everyone, and welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, the English podcast that really makes you think. If you're interested in my other episodes of Would You Rather, you can find the link at the top here. But for today's Would You Rather, actually, I don't know the question.
So today's Would You Rather question is, would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too hot or too cold? That's a tricky one. Too cold is pretty dangerous. You can get things like frostbite, and your limbs can fall off. Too hot is also pretty dangerous. What kind of temperatures are we talking?
Like 50 degrees, 40 degrees, pretty hot,
Celsius,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But too cold means like minus 20, minus 10, I don't know.
Okay. 50. I've never been in 50 degrees heat. I think the highest in Japan, I don't know, maybe 40 once.
So just imagine like the temperature in sauna.
Oh, in sauna.
Like all the time.
Is it humid heat or dry heat?
Whichever.
Whichever. I think dry heat doesn't feel as hot. So maybe it depends what kind of heat. I really hate being hot though, too hot. If you're cold, I feel like there's something you can do about it. You know, you can put on more layers, you can wear more jackets.
But you can't imagine though. You have just experienced like Hokkaido cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe much colder.
Hokkaido cold is like minus, what was it?
Russian
minus
cold.
10 or something. Russia cold? I've never been to Russia. So, yeah, too cold is dangerous. But some people do live in really, really cold environments and can still survive happily. But also people live in really hot climates and they can still survive. From my own experiences of living in Japan and every summer there being just unbelievable heat for me, like melting face, and like especially last year with the every pandemic, everyone's wearing masks, so it's even hotter, and you just can't do anything when it's too hot. You really can't. You just end up staying inside with the aircon, or you go out for a little bit and you just end up laying around because you can't do anything. It's too hot. And also you can't eat anything because it's too hot. I get this thing where when it's hot, I just want to eat salads and like nothing. I just can't eat like I normally do. But in winter, you can have the soups, the hot soups, and the hot coffee, and I quite like weather to be a little on the colder side. And also, as a British person, I love wearing jumpers. Jumpers are the best. I always wear jumpers if I can get away with it, if it's not too hot. I love jumper weather. So I feel like I'm leaning more towards the too cold side. I would rather be too cold because there's something I can do about it. I can wear a jacket, I can wear a coat. But too hot, I suppose I could have a fan, or aircon. But I think I'm getting off the topic. Am I getting off the topic?
Maybe a bit. The question is not like which do you prefer, like winter or summer? Like too hot or too cold?
That's right. Like there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
I'm either too cold or I'm too hot. In that case, if there's nothing I can do about it, then too hot. Too hot. Because too cold, you have, your body has reactions to both, I guess, but too cold, you're like shivering uncontrollably and you can't stop thinking about how cold you are. I guess it's the same when you're too hot. You can't stop thinking about how hot you are. But kind of like in a sauna, you know, you can sit in the sauna for a long time and sweating and
for a long time.
10 minutes 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I always challenge myself actually when I go in the sauna. They have the little timer on the wall, and I always challenge myself to do 10 minutes. That's probably not healthy, but yeah, I always think I'll sit in here for 10 minutes, get a nice sweat on. I'm always too sweaty. But yeah, and then I spray myself with the cold water. 10 minutes, is that long? Maybe.
Maybe.
How long can you do?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I don't like sauna really, so I could stay like a minute or like
Minute.
5 minutes.
A minute. Okay. Yeah, so I think sauna is bearable. It's like sometimes it's nice to be too hot if you're sitting there and sweating and not wearing many clothes. Then
Yeah,
it's
if you
okay.
don't wear clothes, maybe that's fine, but you have to wear clothes, right? In hot countries.
But you just said rather be too hot or too cold, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I'm too hot, I'll just wear like, not many clothes, and then the natural sweat and just dab it away with a cloth. And if it's too cold and there's nothing I can do about the cold, I can't put more jackets on, or I'm just really, really cold, then there's no relaxing element to that. I think hot, I'm thinking sauna, I'm thinking I can relax a little bit. Too cold, I'm thinking I'm shivering, and your body gets really tense, like your neck gets really tense, and it's kind of painful after a while. If you're too cold for too long, your body's like really tensed up. But too hot, your body kind of relaxes a bit more, like jelly, and sweaty jelly, and I think that might be better if there's nothing I can do about it. If there's something I can do about it, that's a different story for me. All right, so there's my answer. I would rather be too hot if there's nothing I can do about it than be too cold. So if you have your own would you rather question you would like to ask me, please leave it in the comments below and I would be super happy to answer those. And please also tell me in the comments, what do you think? Would you rather be too hot or too cold? Is there something I haven't thought about yet? Please let me know. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.